Inspiring you and empowering you one business at a time is what we do best. Greetings and welcome to yet another amazing episode of The Future. And of course, I am your host, Unotando, the creative, holding it down till the mic drops. Today, we are here at Engwelezane at S02 Beauty and Barbers. And of course, we're here to speak to Mr. Gazu, who is the owner of this beautiful establishment. He's a multi-businessman, and of course, we want to learn more about his amazing businesses and him as well. So do join me as we embark on this amazing journey. Welcome back once again, and if you've just joined us, you are still tuned into The Future. And of course, like I said before, we are here at S02 Beauty and Barbers. And I'm here with the man himself, Mr. Gazu. I will be speaking to him namhlanje about his businesses and of course how he got here. Someone.
Hey,
Thank you so much for welcoming us into your beautiful space.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much. Okay, before maybe we get into like your businesses and stuff, because I see you have a lot going on. Yeah. So maybe before we get into that, Mhlampe, what would you say to our audience today that will make them to stay tuned in and continue watching this amazing show?
Well, what I can say, my sister, I have a story to tell.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be much, but the little that I have, the little that I've achieved along the years. So maybe along the interview, whatever you're going to be asking me, I will make sure that people actually hear what they want to hear. So briefly, I would say I have a story to tell.
Okay,
Yeah.
maybe in detail tell us exactly what you do and maybe the different things that you do and who do you do it for?
I'm going to be quite honest that I don't even know what to call myself because there's quite a lot of things I'm doing. But I can safely say I'm a businessman because I'm busy.
Yeah.
I'm always busy, ups and downs. But you can call me businessman, entrepreneur, so those stuff, because it's what basically I'm doing. So I'm actually doing business.
Yeah.
I run multiple companies, which I really think they're in a verge of success. So yeah, that's all I can say about me. You asked me what do I do it for?
Yes, who do you do it for?
Oh, okay, that's a tricky question because all that I'm doing, I'm a family man, you know what I'm saying? So I have that belief that whatever you do, you gotta do it for people that are coming behind you. You know what I'm saying? A family. If I have a kid, so I know that I should do something for my son. You know what I'm saying? Should he fail in life, but he will always be proud of his dad, that there's something is laid, that there's a foundation I've laid for him. So I can safely say, yeah, I'm doing it for him, doing it for my family. Obviously, I'm doing it for myself, for my happiness.
That's quite an inspiring story, I must say. Maybe who has been the biggest influence in your life and maybe what are the lessons that they've taught you?
Oh, that's a big one. You won't believe it's Donald Trump.
Really?
Yeah, to tell you the story, in 2006, 7, 8, while I was at school, I used to come back home and watch Oprah show, Oprah Winfrey show. You remember that show?
Yes.
That plays at 4:30. So I loved that show, and I don't know why I loved it. But maybe it's because the people that she was interviewing were prominent people. People who are in business, people who are actually active, you know what I'm saying? So one day there was this interview, Oprah was interviewing Trump.
Yeah.
So I love the guy, how he portrayed himself when he's doing the interview. I loved how he spoke. When you do the interview, they show the slide in the background of Donald Trump starting from nothing, achieving this, achieving that. So that's actually what I liked about Trump. From there, I never stopped following him. And back in the days, we didn't have much of an access to the internet, but I would go to library to use the computer, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will Google Trump. I will find information about Trump. Where is he coming from? what he has achieved. You know what I'm saying? So he's my biggest motivator and inspirator. That's what I can say.
Interesting. I really didn't think you'd pick Donald Trump, but this is really interesting. Okay, maybe if you were to describe your life in a song, don't worry, I'm not going to make you sing. Which song would you pick and why?
That's a big one. Okay, to be quite honest, I'm just going to start by saying I'm not a person who watches TV. I don't listen to songs. I know some songs, but I can say there's a song that I loved. It's from Gege. It's a gospel song, actually. I really think that explains me. That song actually explains me. It's Umthandazo Mama. Mama, because I'm a product of prayer. You know, I when I see myself growing after matric to varsity, you know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things that's happened through that time when I was not a businessman. I went through a lot in a way that maybe today there wouldn't be a person called Fani. You know what I'm saying? So because I knew that my mom and my father were praying for me each and every time. So I know that my life, it's basically based on prayers from my mom. So I think that song, when I listen to it, I still have it on my phone. Sometimes when I think about my mom, I'll play that song because I know wherever I am, she's praying for me. And I am what I am today. I strongly believe it's because of her prayers and obviously my dad's prayers.
I think that's a very beautiful foundation, like you said, about prayer. And we just found out that you can sing as well. Okay, maybe what is one thing about your personality that people don't know about you that you'd like to reveal today?
Not that I ever thought about my personality, but what I can say is something they do not know about me. Just give me a moment, I want to think. There's quite a lot of things actually. Let me just pick one. I am an emotional person. Okay. Why do I say I'm an emotional person? But I don't show it because I always tell myself that Fani, you are strong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When I hear the stories of other people, like they telling us about their stories, what they've gone through. You know, when I'm in my bedroom, maybe looking at my phone, maybe on Facebook, I come up, I see that story of that particular person, and then I can literally cry, to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? So whenever I'm alone and I watching some sad stories, either on my phone, you know what I'm saying, I literally cry.
All right, thank you so much for sharing a piece of yourself. Manje, we got to know a bit more about yourself. All right, Mbugeli Naganjani, let's grab a break. Masibuya Naganjani, we're gonna talk about the business side of things. Stay tuned in. Welcome back, and if you've just joined us, this is The Future, and of course, I'm your host, Unotando the Creative. I'm still sitting here with Mr. Gazu. We are here at S02 Beauty and Barbers. All right, maybe let's get into the business side of things. Okay. Maybe what made you get into the beauty industry? Was it passion or was it just an opportunity that came about?
Yeah, no, I'll be honest with that. I saw an opportunity. And fortunately, I have a partner who's in the beauty sector. Okay. So I realized, you know, when I got this opportunity to get this place, because I've started the laundry 3 years back, and then when I got this place, I thought, like, you know what? Let me just juggle things around. Put on the laundry, put on the salon. Why not? So here we are. That is how I started the salon.
So maybe tell us, why did you decide to become an entrepreneur? You could have just maybe settled for a 9 to 5. Okay. Yeah.
I can safely say, you know, while I was working as a sales marketing person, because I was selling the space in the magazine for people to come and advertise on the magazine, you know, I was conscious enough to understand that at some point People are failing to check the platforms that are going to work out for their businesses. And I became an advisor in that company to say, when the client comes in and say, Fani, look, I've got this 25,000 and I want to buy the space in that magazine. And I'm like, no, this thing is not going to work out for you. You should look at the platforms, 1 or 2 or 3 platforms. I was good at it because people trusted me with that. And along the way, I realized, man, if I'm not helping people with the magazine I'm selling, I'm not making commission for myself. So one day when I was at the taxi, riding a taxi from Esikawi to Richards Bay.
Yeah.
So I saw, like in a vision, I saw like, oh man, okay, I can put the screen, the digital screen, you know what I'm saying, for the people to advertise on the magazine. And people that are watching that screen is their target market. So I like, I'm like, when I got to work on that very morning, I actually didn't work because in my head, there was this idea about the screen. Fani, you should put the screen. Whenever the client comes in and you tell them about this magazine, it's not going to work out for them, you have an optional platform for them to take. I'm telling you, I almost got fired. I actually got fired. The month I was about to get fired, I decided, you know what, I'm just going to resign and start my own business. I've registered my company and everything. So that is when I realized, you know what, I can do the business out of this. So that's where the entrepreneurship started.
That's quite a very inspiring story you have here. Okay, I know that's not the only business that you have. You also have a production company going on and also a laundry business that you do. Maybe tell us, what was the mission behind these businesses?
It's just to be an opportunist. Wherever I am, when I hear someone talking about something, hey, I want to start this. So because most people like to talk about things and not take action. So I'm good at taking action. That is why, that's what brought me actually here. Starting digital world, bengafuna ukuthi ngihlale kuleyo sector only. Yeah. Because seeing or like finding more opportunities and having that little capital to invest in other business, because I didn't want to get money and like, I want to buy the car, I want to buy the shoe, the Nike shoe, and whatsoever. I'm like, let me just take that amount and invest into another business. I moved on to laundry. I started the laundry in 2002. In 2022. Yes. So from then, I never looked back. I made a profit and I started another business, the car wash. I moved from the car wash. Here I am now, having the salon and the laundry.
I think that's quite a lesson one could pick from the conversation that we're having here today. Maybe in detail, could you just tell us what are the services that you render throughout these amazing businesses? Maybe you could just briefly tell us, like from the salon to digital world, and as well as the laundry and so forth.
Okay, let me start by digital world. Digital world, we actually do marketing. Marketing as a whole. We're talking about the branding, we talk about designing, we're talking about advertising, providing advertising platforms. We're talking about many things when it comes to branding. You know what I'm saying? This t-shirt and everything, I've branded myself. So that's what we actually do. And also we do the social media handling. So many things concerning marketing. That is what we do in digital world marketing. And then here, at the laundry business, the laundry business, we wash people's clothes. As I've said earlier on, when you be in the place and then you see an opportunity, there is no laundry in this place, and you're like, let me be the one to start the laundry, because you know that there is a hospital nearby, there are schools nearby. Those people don't want to wash, so why not bring them the laundry? So I have the salon now. I have a business partner here at the salon. So I'm not here full time. Okay. I have other staff to look after. And I have a car wash. So it's an in-house car wash at Umgelo Tuwela Water. So I've got an opportunity to run the car wash.
I think you have a really amazing things going on here. I'm just looking in awe. I'm like, oh, so this is how you do that. Like, okay, maybe we'll get into how do you do it all? Like, how do you manage everything? But before we get into that, how many employees do you have, like, overall?
The overall?
Yeah.
I think I have like 16 people that are under my payroll each and every month. 16 people.
Wow. I think that's really amazing, especially because we know the states when it comes to imsebenzi here in our country. Maybe what are the goals that you have for your businesses overall?
My goals, I want to achieve actually a lot of things. I don't want my businesses to be like they are not growing. You know, I want to take all my businesses. I'm able to multitask.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But let me just speak to one business, of which is digital world marketing. My goals is to see digital world marketing in the whole of KZN, not just in KZN, in South Africa. That is my goal. But there's a lot of monopoly. I will explain on the further we go. So in this industry I'm in right now, it's not easy as I thought.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of things I've discovered along the way that it's in this industry it's actually hard because there's a lot of monopoly.
Okay, maybe one would ask, why did you even get into like so many businesses? Why did you choose to do that? Because let me just focus on one thing. Let's just focus on digital world marketing and not do other stuff. Why? Well,
let me start by saying in South Africa, the state of job opportunities is very, very low. So when I look at my family members, my relatives, they try to apply, they don't find a job, and I'm like, you know what, I can be the solution to that. Even though right now maybe I'm not in that state to say I can hire everyone in as my family members. You know what I'm saying? So the good thing is, starting all these businesses, I've managed to hire my relatives. People that are close to me, so maybe I can say that's actually motivates me to start multiple companies, and also because I've realized, I've discovered that, you know what, I'm able to multitask things. I can do many things at once.
Yeah.
To tell you the truth, so I'm able to do that. So I'm not afraid.
Speaking of leadership, how would you describe your leadership style?
I wish you could ask that question to one of my employees, but
okay.
I think I'm good at leadership. I think I'm good because I've discovered that there are people that are growing under my leadership. I don't withhold the information for myself when it comes to doing of things. You know what I'm saying? Even though I'm not good at teaching people how to do things, because if I say, look, do this thing, and you don't do it, we begin to have a problem. Because I thought to myself at first, I didn't have the right person. You know what I'm saying? So, but by the time goes, I realized that, you know what, I should take a process of making people to understand what you are teaching them.
Yeah.
You know, because we don't just you know what I'm saying?
Well, thank you so much for sharing a piece of your businesses as well. All right, Mbugenda Ganjani, stay tuned in. There's more still coming in. You're still tuned into the future. Keep it locked. Welcome back once again, and if you've just joined us, you're still tuned into the future, and we are in the last segment of this amazing show. And of course, I'm still here with Mr. Gazu. All right, maybe let's get into the future plans that you have for your amazing businesses. But before we get into that, maybe what are the exciting trends that are going on in business that you're excited about as well?
Okay, as I've mentioned earlier on, that I'm an opportunist. You know, I observed a lot. So right now, I'm still exploring or in search about the renewable energy.
Wow.
That's the sector I want to enter into. So I'm still searching. I'm still searching about it because South Africa now is investing in renewable energy. So I'm like, okay, I have the company already registered. It's 4 years now. So, and it has everything in terms of objective, mission statement and everything. So about the renewable energy. So I'm prepared, well prepared. So while I'm busy with other stuff, I don't want to engage before I've done the thorough research about the renewable energy, but I'm interested into it.
I think that's something different regarding to the things that you do.
Because there is no way. I just want to go big now. You know, what I'm doing, just those little things. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to go big.
All right. We all know that in business, maybe it could be smooth sailing at certain times, but sometimes it becomes rocky there and there. What are your biggest challenges or the biggest challenges that you faced?
As I've said, you know, the monopoly in the marketing sector, when you try to do things and you know there are bigger fish out there who already have made it in this industry. To tell you the truth, I've engaged with the municipality many times because I wanted to put my own platforms. I'm able to find the funds to start that business. Last year, I've had back and forth meeting because I just wanted to put one platform. So they said, they told me that they're not gonna give me that platform, but they're gonna take it out as a tender. So I must watch out on the tender. So I already knew that I've lost because the bigger companies who are already in the industry. So even if I can bid, so I will lose. So it happened that the tender came out and I went in a bid, I put everything I can, I lost the tender. So that is why I'm saying it's a monopoly. They know they know whom to give the business to. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's the challenge I have currently.
I guess there's some things that you learned as well about business and so forth. Maybe what are the exciting things that you are looking forward to when it comes to your businesses, like things that you have planned out for the upcoming years?
Obviously, it's profit. So when you look at the finances and you realize that you're not making money as you were expecting, you know what I'm saying? So that happens. But for me, I'm like, you know, in most cases, when I look at my balance for each of the business, I'm like, okay, I've made certain amount of money. You know, that is good. So sengiyasho ukuthi nje ngokuhamba kwesikhathi ngiyafisa ukubona elikhula ngizobala in my bank account, you know, like okay. So that's my motives.
Maybe when it comes to I know that you spend a lot of time at digital world marketing and so forth. Maybe is there anything that you'd like to new things that you'd like to implement beyond
digital world? There's quite a lot. Things are moving now, so there's a lot of AI. As we're in the fourth industrial revolution now, things are moving from old fashion to new fashion. So there's quite a lot of things I actually need to change. I realize that I need to change now. Otherwise, I'm gonna be left out. So yeah, I can say I'm still working on it. You know, it's into Togo.
All right, maybe compared to how you started off things in business and now, are you happy with how things are going?
I'm happy because there's quite a lot of things I've learned and I'm still learning. Not necessarily profit because you know the business fluctuates. There is a business, there is no business. Money coming in, no money coming in. So iloko about us, since the same business in. But I can say ukula kwa my business, I'm actually happy. And I've started the laundry business and also the salon now is here. It's all about taking risk in business. I just know the money that I've invested here, a year down the line, so to answer your question, that I'm happy. I'm happy how digital world has behaved so far. So I'm quite happy.
What would you say makes your businesses unique?
Oh man, my business is unique. You know, okay, my business have such a leadership, which is myself and my staff. So I can simply say that what makes my business unique.
That's
myself. The leadership.
Okay.
The leadership.
I guess you're the full package. You could just say that.
Okay, let me just explain. For this as well here in the salon. So many people when they start off, when they're thinking of starting off the salon business, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know the kind of branding where you need to put the faces with the hair and all that.
Yes.
You know, rebrand that salon with that. So I thought, like, you know what, things have changed now. Professionalism matters to people. You know what I'm saying? You saw when you see the branding for this, it's very, very simple. It's very simple. So I think I want to be unique with that, because as you can go along, maybe 3 or 4 salons, they have the same branding. The branding is too clustered. I wanted something that is so unique and beautiful, simple. I believe people will like that. Simplicity matters.
Yeah. I feel like standing out sometimes works out for you.
Yeah, of course.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing about yourself today, as well as your businesses. I'm so inspired, and I know that our audience at large is also inspired. So thank you so much for also welcoming us into your beautiful space.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, so we've come to the end of this amazing episode. And today, of course, we learned that it's always amazing to dream, but implementation works far much better. And of course, in other places, you are meant to be selfless and also give back to the community with what you've been blessed with. Thank you so much for tuning in, and don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and of course, hit the notification button so that you get notified whenever we post new content. It's Vertebra Productions. Bye.